Okay, let's get started. Hi, it's Wednesday, the 29th of January, 2025, and this is a Project First Light update. Hi, I'm Bill. Welcome to my Astro Vagabond channel. If you're not familiar what Project First Light is, a person named Kim reached out to me. She had purchased some astro photography gear and was looking for some help in getting it up and running. We had some conversations. I made a decision to help her, and it's always good to help people. Many people helped me when I was getting started. They helped me today with astrophotography. I think it's a good thing to do, help others in the community. But anyway, we had set a date for Saturday, the 25th of January, for me to go on site. I went on site, and I met Kim. Kim's friend N.I.N.A was there as well. And so I got a little bit more perspective now on how Kim wound up with this excellent gear that she purchased. She is a serious photographer. She's been doing photography for a while. She does safaris. She travels around the world to, image toucans and all kinds of birds. She shoots the Milky Way from different countries that she travels to, does eclipses. Her friend Deanna, who also has some long-haired dachshunds who are just beautiful dogs, very friendly, was shooting Milky Way and eclipses. And so it was just natural to me that they would find themselves wanting to go in this direction. And they took a field seminar from Peter Zelinka. You may know him from YouTube. And so that kind of gave them a basic understanding of what shooting deep sky objects might look like. And so anyway, this all makes sense to me. And it was excellent to meet both of them. And I'm looking forward to continue to work with them and get her, Kim, up and running. So I got up there on Saturday. This is her FLT 132. It's on a Pegasus Astro NYX 101 mount. We'll come back to that. We had some issues right at the end with that mount. In this one here, you can see she's shooting. She's got the filter wheel, so she's using her monochrome 6200 on this one, and then she's got the MC 6200 for her 71. And her 71 also has a filter drawer, so she could add like an Optolong L Extreme or whatever. I got up there. What I found was she had all her spacers in the image train. She understood where she needed to be for her back focus. She had a little sheet of how she got there for the different spacers and those type of things. So that was a real good start. I put the autofocuser on the 132. Deanna put it on the 71 and her own 81. And Deanna beat me. She put two autofocusers on telescopes in the time it took me to do one. So I got to step it up. Spent some time doing some familiarization for Kim around N.I.N.A. We got her second mini computer set up with N.I.N.A and the appropriate software that's needed, PhD2 and those type of things. Went over PhD2 a little bit, created the dark library for the guide scopes, and then decided to take some time to make a simple dark library of 3 different exposures for her MC at 1 minute, 2 minute, and 3 minute, plus bias files. And then for the dark library, just starting out for her MM, we did 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, and 5 minute darks plus bias. And she can fill in the rest. We did it for one temperature, -5C. But at least going through that process, she now knows how, you can just take the camera off and how to do it, on those cloudy nights or whatever. So we made progress, and then I stayed Saturday night in the van out at the curb, and then on Sunday the weather was supposed to be clear, which it was, and we wanted to go out in the backyard and get some first light through the tube and start to validate where she was actually at with back focus, and then work to correct it. And then the goal was going to be to do a autofocus, a calibration of the mount, and then just take some sub exposures of some target. Uh, we also have in our plan where we have to establish filter offsets for the 132, but that'll come down the road. Unfortunately, um, we ran into an issue with the Pegasus NYX 101. Interesting mount. The software that manages it is pretty interesting. Got a little chance to get familiar with it. So that became a problem. So we said, okay, let's switch out mounts. Kim has two RST 135s, so we brought one of the 135s out. I wasn't sure we properly had the settings configured for this mount. So when you load it up, it almost brings up like an EQ mod window where you can set different settings and everything. And I just didn't think it was a good idea to put that 132 on this mount, although it'll handle the weight, it has a counterweight. I didn't think it was a good idea to start slewing that 132 around if we didn't totally understand the RST 135 and we didn't know for sure if we had the proper settings in place and that. So we decided to scrub, and so around 5 o'clock, I decided to leave. I did take one of the RST 135s. I have it here, so I can connect it into my mini computer and instance in N.I.N.A, and I can get everything. I can understand everything and make sure that all the proper settings can be configured, so we can slew that big beast. I call it the beast. I call this to me. Oh, here, we've got to go back here. This is a beast. Just lifting this amount of glass, this thing is heavy. So I just thought, better to be cautious. Kim is not in a super hurry, per se, and she also believes in being cautious. So, we'll figure out the RST 135. She'll reach out to Pegasus Astro to see how she returns the NYX 101 so they could troubleshoot it, or see what troubleshooting support she can get from them. To me, it sounded a little bit like maybe there was some something burning, like maybe a circuit board or something. Don't really know. So we'll get that figured out. But so I think it was all in all a good weekend. Opportunities for this week is clear weather down at Starfront, and looks like Thursday night and Friday night and Saturday night and maybe Sunday night I'll be able to image. And then what I was going to do is extend an invitation to Kim to do a Google Meet where I can bring up one of the scopes that is doing the actual imaging, and we can do further familiarization around PhD2 and N.I.N.A, where she can see it actually in action. She understands a bit about what dithering is and those type of things. She's been doing her homework. I've talked to her about establishing filter offsets and those type of things. There's a lot of things you got to do to get up and running, and get up and running in a manner where you can be efficient. Yes, you don't have to establish filter offsets, but at 3.5 to 4 minutes per focus for a filter, it might be nice to have the offsets available where you can just switch. It's a much quicker, you don't have to do a full curve every time you switch a filter and those things. So anyway, that's where we're at. Right as I was leaving, she started to show me some of her tripods. I think 7 or 8 tripods that she has. I didn't know that there was specialized tripods if you're in an ocean, a beach setting. There's those that are kind of don't allow the sand to get accumulated in them. I'm learning a lot. And really the funny thing is, I agreed to help Kim, really knowing nothing about her background. I've been sitting here prior to going up to her place saying, now that my telescopes are down in starfront observatories, I've got nothing to do. Wouldn't it be nice for me to learn how to shoot the Milky Way? Lori and I could go out, we could, go to a dark site, and I could practice capturing images of the Milky Way. Little did I know that Kim has a lot of expertise. So while I'm helping her get up to speed with deep sky imaging, she's going to help me get up to speed with imaging the Milky Way. So I don't know how that happens, but it's really kind of exciting to me. She's offered equipment to me to use and those type of things. And I said, well, for right now, let's focus on getting you up and running. And there will come a point in time when then we can start to focus on me a bit more. But let's stay focused on you and getting your 2 scopes up and operational. But I don't know, really serendipity. I don't know what that word is, but going to be kind of cool. And both her and Deanna, who also shoots Milky Way, have expended invitations for me to go out with them on trips and those type of things. So more on that. And I do plan to do a video with both Kim and Deanna to review both their Milky Way shots. There's a story around every one. There's Milky Way shots from different countries around the world, and also some great shots of eclipses. So hope to do a video with both Kim and Deanna so that they can share their beautiful photography with the viewers of the channel here. So, all right. So that's kind of the update. We're making progress. We're just going to wait for the weather forecast to be kind to us on an upcoming weekend. And, we'll pick back up where we left off, getting to first light and getting everything dialed in. And I'll give you updates as that work happens. So if you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, wherever you may be in the world, I hope you have clear weather when you want to go out and image. Till next time.